Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Last time, we managed to deal with a certain mission that we all know and love, and it was not exactly the most fun in the world. This time, though, we're going to be doing Bozé's Ignorance. Now, let's go start the mission off first. You need Chapter 9 and Prone Sweet Prone to be done, and it's in Caldros, so here we go.
A word of caution about this mission. The indigene you'll be hunting is extremely dangerous. It's already injured several Pathfinders.
Yes, I heard Sidon and Mondo were among them. All the more reason to do our job as Harriers and end this threat.
That's my sensei.
Damn straight. But what are you doing here, son?
Licking my wounds after getting pummeled by that same beast, Sensei.
Keep your chin up.
That's mighty kind of you. I wish the people on my team felt that way.
Full of mercy as usual. You're on the path of the Buddha, friend. Now tell us about this creature. How did the fight go?
It wiped us out in one blow. And not to brag, but I've been around the block once or twice as a curator, but I swear, I've never seen anything like it. That thing is a monster.
Then we've got something to look forward to. We've been fighting nothing but Xenos lately, and I'm sick of it. A classic test of strength sounds perfect. Man against beast.
I'll forward the coordinates where we fought it to your comm device. I know you can handle anything, Sensei. But this thing has sent several Harriers straight to the maintenance center. Please, be careful.
Worry not. We'll have you avenged in no time. Let's send this beast to Nirvana, friend. We ride!
A number of Pathfinders have been attacked by a particular aggressive indigene. Team up with Bozé to defeat it. You get a lot, including something known as a file dozer. Now, this mission requires you to have setup. I am not kidding. There's a lot of setup required. You're going to be having to go after the trigger Skimiar. Now, there's a few things I do recommend doing before we do this. First things first, let's head over to the AMs and talk about the first thing you want to do. So, I recommend a particular equipment set in order to deal with this enemy, and you're going to want to do it.
Am I right?
Go to the AM terminal first. Alright, we're here. Now let's go match in the AMs, and we're going to go and manage to go Cannon Incredible, and you want to raise it all the way up to level 4, at least. This way you can actually have access to, well, of course, to being the better things in the game. And believe me, it is not easy to do, but it's good to do. There we go. Level 4, now it's CCC Manager, and I can finally have access to all the products being upgraded to the next upgrade level, which is what you want to do. Next, you need energy augments. I would recommend either electric resistance augments, which would help against the enemy, and in fact, it will help against the enemy. But not only that, there is a few augments that you recommend also for that one. You need a special augment known as a terrain damage reducer. I recommend getting at least CXX if you really can get it. I would recommend it at least one for each party member. Otherwise, get 2 X reducers, otherwise you're going to have enough time to do so. Lovely Tough and Erderin Lead is easiest to get. But beyond that, though, is because I don't have the actual access to what I need for that, I'm going to have to go use X versions. Next up, we have to go ahead and get equipment at the shop terminal. Now, you want to go and get protective gear, and you want to have access to the Cannon Incredible gear that allows you to get boost electric resistance. Just go whatever is the highest for this, and you'll be good. As you see, this full set armor gives you another slot, which you're going to need. Now, outright speaking, there are several other gear as well, but the one you really do want is that gear, because otherwise the full set armament is pretty much the main thing you want to get. There's potential up and debuff resistor, which you are going to want to do. You want to make your electric resistance reach 100. If you do this, you'll actually be immune to electric attacks. Now, it's honestly pretty useful to do so, and believe me, it is. However, there is a big flaw with the fact that you are, well, very susceptible to being, well, blasted by other elemental attacks, and it's not the easiest in the world. So I'm going to go cut ahead and get all the gear that we need to get done, because this is going to take a little bit of time to do. So, I'll be right back. Now that you have all your gear set up, I'd recommend another thing to do if you do not have the second level of the gear. You want to get the stabilizers on your gear, but the problem is that you only have one of the actual bits of pieces from the terrain reducer. There is a way to boost your slots, so I recommend getting at least all of them connected with every single one of these terrain damage reducers. That way you take less damage. The other thing is this mission is incredibly tough if you did not do this. Believe me when I say this. When I first played the game, it's convolutionally horrible. The AI is not built for this mission, and unfortunately, as a result of this, they unfortunately decided to jump into actual lava, which is actually a terrain you're going to run into. There's only one terrain type. So, yeah, not fun. You're going to want to go to L's shop. If you have the Immernium for this, I would recommend it. Let's go ahead and get the equipped gear. Let's go ahead and boost our slots. The only issue is that this is expensive on your slots. Thankfully speaking, I'm going to do this on myself, just so that way I actually have access to a slot needed to actually open this up. You're going to want to get a lot more slots for this. I would believe that this is actually one of the better options to do so. The problem is I don't have enough Immernium to actually do it for all the characters, so unfortunately I would have to go grinding. There's another way to get the grinding done without having to worry about it. The problem is it's going online. I haven't shown up online yet, and I'd rather not do it now, but at the same time I have the resistance needed to actually do the fight. Let's go ahead and check our gear one more time to make sure everyone has all the best gear they could possibly get. Mass Destroyer Faith is technically better in damage-wise, but it's also not exactly the most powerful thing in the world. I believe, yes, Celica has... Yeah, she has the best thing she can have right now. I'm going to get the Advanced Destroyer Dreads. And then, last but not least, we can't equip the knife yet, because that knife is not available yet, but it's an ether knife, so it's really powerful. Alright, that's pretty much all I can do right now, so it's not easy. Sorry I went on a tangent, we had to do that because it's unfortunately one of the longer things in the game. Thankfully though, the actual location of it is actually close by. If I had access to XX, I would do it, but unfortunately I do not have access to XX, so I cannot do it. There's a reason why I said we don't have to worry about our skulls. Well, one big reason about this mission is this mission is anti-scale, so as a result, you cannot use them. Take your skill and at least bring it down with you, otherwise you're just going to go ahead and not use it. Yeah, not using your skill is a bit of a disappointment, but it's not exactly something you can help. And can you guys get out of your skulls now? I know you can get out of your skull. Come on, Celica. Celica, just get out of the skull. It's not hard. Thank you. Ugh. Sometimes the AI can be really screwy when it comes down to it. There are some enemies I would recommend dealing with when you want to get the actual equipment slots if you want to not buy the equipment, which are the enemies that are shown on screen. Infernal Ledges, where they're located. Now, the big issue about the Infernal Ledges is there's something coming up soon. There's some indigent right over here, or rather, somebody is here. Odd, a probe.
Oh, are you Blades?
Who are you?
I am Prone of Tree Clan. I am no enemy.
Well, then why are you here?
Ganglion took my family, holding them prisoner up ahead. Please, stop them. Save my family before they die.
Sorry, we're in the middle of a job. Go ask your Xeno friends for help. Let's move out. Looking at this thing just dredges up memories of Clarissa. Let's go hunt the monster we came for, and reclaim the good name of the Harriers.
So, this mission is a little bit suspicious. First of all, it says it's just prone. No name.
I'll never forget how Clarissa screamed as they killed her. And I will never forgive it.
No, please help me. You must. They took my daughter. She is baby, only just born.
Those animals! Even the life of a child is but mere sport to them. If we walk away from this, something important in ourselves may die along with it. Very well, Xeno. I will swallow my hatred and save your innocent family's lives.
Thank you. Ganglion are camping just ahead. Please hurry. Please hurry and...
What's this light?
How? How do mere humans possess a jamming device of this magnitude?
This. It's the transmitter that man-on we rescued gave us.
Curse those meddling little worms and their blasted technology.
Bah, you wasted my perfect performance and my precious time.
We already know why you did this, and we know why.
Are you so curious about me, primitives? Then I will tell you a secret. You will die here writhing in pain after unimaginable torture. Welcome your death, primitives. No man-on trinket can save you from the painful end that awaits!
Of course you're the Defiant, right? Well, you're gonna be targeting her and knocking her around. Believe me, she has electric attacks. However, as you saw, I took no damage. When you reach 100% in your actual stats, when it comes down to actual resistance, you take no damage from attacks with it's percentage based. And it's actually insanely powerful. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let's go ahead and do that, and then let's stun you. Woohoo! All right. And then Blossom Dance. Rank up, Screamer, and I even managed to reach the maximum level for this class.
What just happened? Did that man-on save our lives with this? It matters not now. Let's focus on the mission. I won't allow myself to be distracted because of some Xeno.
Thank goodness for that man-on, right? Because otherwise we would have been in trouble. Now, Infernal Ledges is, of course, ledges. It's a ledge trap. There's a few things I recommend doing this. You're going to have to make sure your jumps are a little bit proper to land. Now, technically speaking, if you have the 100% resist, you can jump in lava completely fine. However, everyone else, not so lucky. They will take damage from lava. Now, to find the infernal pain in the neck, you're going to have to, well, be careful if you're hopping. They take 50% less damage at the very least, so that's the best I can really do when it comes down to those guys, because unfortunately, I could not get 100%. Unfortunately. In order to do that, we would have a lot more, and I really, really, really wish I did. Unfortunately, I could not. I wanted to get 100% when it comes down to Candid and Incredible, but it's not the easiest thing to do, and it's not proper. It's something I like doing all the time in the world. Now, doing these jumps on your first trip here is tedious. Very tedious. There are wreckages here, which you can grab, but they're only experience and battle points and other things. There's even a tyrant here, but that's not our main objective right now, so let's ignore it for now. If you go this way, there actually is a box, which actually is an abandoned container. Abandoned containers, no matter what, have a good amount of items, no matter what. I would recommend doing this. This also has a file and a Mining Probe G10. Mining Probe G10s are really worth the effort, and I would recommend strongly that you go there to get it. Unfortunately, I could not make the jump. However, I take no battle damage at all in lava, so I can just walk through this normally. So yeah, that's the only real weakness about this place, and believe me, not having your scalp for this is a little bit annoying. Now, the enemy itself is horrible, outright horrible. It's one of the worst unless you're set up properly like I am right now. If you did not do what I did, then you're gonna have a heck of a time, because unfortunately the Tyrant itself is one of the worst. Now we are actually in the corridor, which has it. Now, as you see, that big guy. The Trigger Samyar is what we need to go for. Now, I would recommend equipment sets that actually allow you to do range attacks, which is our main priority, but unfortunately, it's gonna be outside of our range. And it's also below 46, which is a big pain in the neck. So let's go ahead and get close. At least close enough to actually start hitting it. I recommend going underneath it so you can do it, otherwise you'll be in trouble to do so. Okay, you know what? I take 1 damage. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. Let's go ahead and jump. There we go. Now I can go ahead and start attacking. Good grief. Unfortunately, the AI is horrible at this. So, unfortunately, as you see, I am taking damage for it. Alright. Alright, there we go. Overdrive. And we're going to be pretty much doing this strategy in fall. So, here's the med. There we go. And now after that, I can do this. Boom, 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 boom. And there we go. And there we go. And that's the best I can really do when it comes down to Celica and Bozé are likely going to go down very quickly, especially in this fight, because unfortunately for me, while we take no damage, it's not easy to deal with this guy, and believe me, it's not. Boom, 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 and we're going to do this again, and we're going to keep this going. Okay, don't walk off the ledge. Okay, good, good, good. Another blade, and then we can go ahead and do True Stream Edge again. As you see, we are really close to getting 100% on this. Okay. There we go, and there we go. We are almost at 100. Activate this again, and then we have to keep this going so we can get rid of the trigger scimitar. Yes, he is a very annoying. Unprepared. And you're finished. Bozé died. Oh well. And that's it for that entirely.
Namo Abitabaya. That monster put up a respectable fight. We had our share of detours, but the job is done. Let's head back and give Eleanor our report.
So, now that we got rid of it, an advanced combat spirit can be dropped from its enemy type. So, yeah, pretty useful. There's also something around the ledges that you want to go after. There's a cave right here. I recommend going to the cave at the very least, because of course there's hidden items as well. And it's well worth the effort to go after, because it's an abandoned container again. Experience credits, and that's pretty much the only thing you get from that. Unfortunately, it's not items I really want, but that file that we got is going to be well worth the difference. Believe me when I say that, I won't recommend outright getting that file instantaneously, otherwise you will not get the items. The file actually does indeed have a good item when you want to do so, and that's pretty much the main thing. Now, unfortunately speaking, if you're trying to find the one that's actually located here, I have to be a bearer of bad news. You're gonna have to do something odd. Before you ask, no, climbing up this does not matter. Let's go ahead and see that there is no exit here. Yes, it's basically above ground. Don't bother with it, it's pretty much above ground. Let's go ahead and leave now that we have everything else done. I'm only gonna be doing this mission today and nothing else. So let's go ahead back to Eleanor. Now, if you want to make it even easier, I would recommend getting Candid Incredible at maximum level. Otherwise, that's pretty much the only thing I can recommend. Hey, Eleonora.
Welcome back. How did the mission go?
Well, we were ambushed by a strange Xeno, but a gift from an even stranger one somehow saved us. I can't tell whether to feel thankful or curse the lot of them. Well, what's your take on all this?
We would have been tricked without the Manon's help, so...
That's the sort of debt a man cannot easily repay. His kind are different from the Xenos who attacked Earth. Perhaps I'd lost sight of that. It seems hate was the only thing I had to fill the void in my heart. I've been a fool. And I've failed as a sensei.
This isn't like you, Bozé. If anyone else said that, you'd shout at them until their eyelids peeled back.
Sensei, you're back, safe and sound. I've been looking for you. I have a message from a Manon named Jejeba.
A message?
He wanted to know if you were all right. Something about a device responding? He seemed really worried. Got me rattled just listening to him.
We barely met, and he cared that much. I feel like I finally found Satori thanks to that Manon.
You found what?
Satori. Enlightenment. I realize that I've been hiding behind my friends' deaths. I'm sorry, Reggie. All this time I've been lecturing you when I was no better.
No problem? I'm just really glad you're okay. Jejeba will be too.
I'm glad to hear it. Maybe I'll bring him a Buddha statue from my collection as a little thank you gift.
It sounds like you found some real clarity, Sensei. I expect even greater things from you two going forward. But for today, you've earned this reward.
You repelled the xenoform using a man-on device and defeated the indigent. Bozé seems to have opened his mind a little. You learned the sniper rifle art, Sleonet. But not only that, we have 5 hearts of affinity now with Bozé. Now we no longer have to worry about him. Next up is, of course, Prince Jarg, which has 2 hearts of affinity, and I believe lastly is Overdrive Moriana. The Dozer and Excavator is a unique skill. Let's go ahead and develop and see what we have. Mega Flame Bullet Series. That was the file we grabbed. It's really good. Mega Flame is, by definition, really dang powerful. You're not going to find many weapons that really hit as hard as this thing. But it's actually, we're talking about industries as well, so you're going to have to make sure. However, it also costs 2 of your skull attacking slots, so be careful. Damage-wise, it's really dang powerful, and it does a lot of thermal damage in enemy vicinity. Of course, being a Mega Flame, it's continuous attack, having 3 hits. So, yeah, pretty powerful. The Dozer itself is a unique new skill. This Dozer is only level 30, but you can build it anytime you wish. Dozers are unique. They're heavy-type skills, and since they only require Meridium, they are actually easier to get than other skills, because Meridium can be easily gotten through the Meridium in Frontier Nav. And this thing is actually pretty good against thermal-resistant enemies, or rather, thermal damage. Of course, being a medium-heavy skill, it does have its flaws, such as damage-wise, and I cannot build it right now, and I do have everything I need to build it. But now that we're all done with that, we are going to be ending this off right here. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, we'll be doing a mission that actually requires us. You know what? Let's go back and actually bother Hope again, because next time on Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, we will be giving a present for Hope and seeing what we can do. See you all next time.
One, two, three,